All right, so number 4, the lowest elevation in Mexico is -10. That means everything else has to be what? Greater than or equal to. And then you would put it on a number line. So here is -9, -10, -11. Solid dot shaded to the right on -10. Okay, these were super easy. So you're going to subtract 5. You're going to get x is greater than -18. So here's -17, -18, -19. Open dot shaded to the right. So plus 9. M is greater than or equal to 5. So here's 4, 5, 6. Solid dot shaded to the right. Okay, this one you would subtract 3.7. You would get S is less than -2.7. So when you put this on a number line, you could do like -1, -2, -3. So -2.7 would be somewhere in here, and it's less than, so shaded to the left. All right, so this is all just examples. Go to number 8. How would you get rid of 2? Multiply. So P is less than or equal to 10. Do I need to graph these, or y'all okay? So y'all can graph them on your own, right? Okay. This one, you're going to multiply by -4.5, but since you're multiplying by a negative, what's going to happen to the sign? It's going to flip. It's going to reverse, and you get, what, 36? Okay, is this coefficient negative? So when I divide by -3, what's going to happen to the sign? It's going to flip. And this one, the coefficient's positive, so the sign stays the same. Everybody good? And y'all will graph those, yes? Okay. The next one, in men's gymnastics, an athlete competes in 6 events. Suppose that an athlete's average score per event is at most 9.7 points. Write and solve an inequality to find the possible total scores for the athlete. I know most of y'all would think, well, I just need to multiply, right? 9.7 times 6. They were wanting you to write an inequality that you could solve, so I would have done like my score divided by 6 is less than or equal to 9.7, but as long as you got the answer, it really doesn't matter. So you know that you would multiply by 6, and your answer would be your score is less than or equal to 58.2. All right, moving down to number 13. These have at least 2 steps. Are we okay with graphing? Can I skip that part? Are y'all sure? Okay, so I'm just going to solve them, but you know that you have to graph them. All right, so I need to subtract 11, which is 2G is less than, thank you, 14. And then I'm going to divide by 2, and so I get G is less than 7. And then you would graph it. All right, this one I'm going to add 4. So I have 2/3 R is greater than or equal to 5. Now, yes, you can divide by 2/3 because your calculator will do it for you, but we know that you really can't divide by a fraction, so you multiply by its reciprocal. So you're really just multiplying by 3/2. Or you could have changed it to a decimal, yes? So 5 times 3/2 is 7.5. So R is greater than or equal to 7.5. You can just put a little number line above it. All right, this one, I had to get all the x's to the left, so I'm going to subtract 2x. So I have 1, and -3 minus 2, or -3 plus -2 is -5. X is less than -14. Then I'm going to get rid of the 1 by subtraction. So I have -5x is less than or equal to -15. And what happens when I divide by that -5 as a coefficient? The sign is going to flip. So it's x is greater than or equal to 3. And again, you can just put a little number line above to put it on the graph. All right, let's look down here. These, what did I tell y'all if you see that the slopes are the same? It's either going to be no solution or all real numbers. So this is 3q plus 3 is less than 3q plus 7. Right now I can see that the slopes are the same. Guys, if you want to do it easy, just take the 3q's out and ask yourself, is 3 less than 7? You'll see how you can see it right there? Is 3 less than 7? Is it true or false? This is a true statement, so my answer would be all real numbers. If you can't see that, then you can go subtract the 3q. You would have 0q. You would subtract the 3 is less than 4. Is 0 less than 4? Yes. So either way, it's going to show you that answer. All right, this one, I'm going to have 8t plus negative 8 is greater than 8t minus 8. And y'all see I just switched their spots so I could see? Yes or no? Y'all see I switched their spots? Okay. Are the slopes the same? So it's either going to be no solution or all real numbers. If you want to cover up the t's, then you can ask yourself if it's true. Is negative 8 greater than negative 8? No. So this is false. So the answer is no solution. If you needed to solve it, if you can't cover up the t's in C, then you could say minus 8. So you have 0t is greater than, and what's negative 8 plus 8? 0. Is 0 greater than 0? No. All right, this one I need to do distributive properties. So I have negative 6n plus 3 is greater than or equal to 1 minus 8n. Do these have the same slope? No, so I just need to solve it, right? So I need to get this 8n over here, so plus 8n. So I have 2n plus 3 is greater than or equal to 1. How do I get rid of the plus 3? Subtract 3. So I have 2n is greater than or equal to negative 2. Is the coefficient negative? No. So is my sign going to flip? No. Divide by negative 2, and I get n is greater than or equal to negative 1. All right, turn the page. Again, you're going to put all those on number lines. You can order discount movie tickets from a website for $7 each. Did y'all see a clue word? All right. You also must pay shipping of $4. So that's 7 times the tickets plus my shipping fee of $4. You want to spend no more than $40. That means I want to spend less than or equal to $40. How many movie tickets can you order? So I would solve this by subtracting 4 and then dividing by 7, yes? So subtract 4. I have 7t is less than or equal to 36. Divide by 7. I have my tickets are less than or equal to 5.14. But can I buy 5.14 tickets? No. Would I round up or down if I want less? So t is less than or equal to 5 tickets. Because if I buy more than 5 tickets, I would be spending over $40 and I don't have that much money. Questions? All right, go down. Here is where it gets fun. You have to solve the compound inequality and graph it. So here we go. How would I get rid of minus 5?
You add 5 to
I add 5 to all sides. So I would have negative 1 is less than or equal to 2t, which is less than or equal to 2. Is t by itself yet? So I need to divide by 2. Does everybody agree? Okay, so I have negative 1/2 is less than or equal to t, which is less than or equal to 1. That is my answer. Then you put it on a number line, which I'm going to help y'all with. So here's negative 1, here's 0, here's 1, here's 2. It is going to be a solid dot at negative 1/2 and a solid dot at 1 shaded in the middle. Are we good? All right, this one. I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. I'm going to have negative 11 is less than or equal to negative 3x, which is less than 2. No, 3. Sorry, my math was off there. What's going to happen when I divide by a negative 3? My signs need to flip. All right, so I have positive 11 thirds is greater than or equal to x, which is greater than negative 1. I don't like it like that. I like it from least to greatest. So I have negative 1 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 11 thirds, and that's my answer. I go put this on a number line. Here's negative 1, here's 0. 11 thirds is 3 thirds is usually 0.3 repeating. Let me see, 11 thirds, oh, you're right, 3.6. All right, so then here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's 3, here's 4. So 11 thirds is 3.6 repeating. So what time do we get out of here? Mm-mm. All right, we got like 10 minutes. We're good. Okay. This one is an OR. So you have to solve this one separately, right? All right, so I solve this one. I plus 6. So I have 9s is less than 18. I divide by 9, and I get s is less than 2, or, now I have to solve the other one, right? Y'all see how I left a spot for it? All right, I minus 1. I get 3s is greater than 12. I divide by 3, and I get s is greater than 4. Everybody should be working with me or checking their answers if you've already done it. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is going to be an open dot on 2, shaded to the left. Open dot on 4, shaded to the right. What does this one say? Or, that means I'm going to solve them separately. So subtract 12. So I have negative 4w is greater than or equal to negative 2. Uh-oh, is the coefficient negative? So I must flip the sign. So it's going to be w is less than or equal to 1/2. Or, and I'm going to leave spot to solve this. I'm going to plus 14. So I have 5w is greater than, I meant to put 14. I was like, hold on. 10. Divide by 5. The coefficient's positive, so I do not flip the sign. W is greater than 2. Make my number line. Here's 0. Here's 1. I put a half in the middle. Here's 1.5. Here's 2. Okay, so solid dot shaded to the left on 1/2. Open dot shaded to the right on 2. Questions? How do y'all feel about those? Good? All right, on the last part, your answer is yes or no. All they want to know is, would this following OR pair be a solution of this inequality? So you're using this every single time. All you're going to do is plug the first number in for x and the second number in for y. So let's do it. Here we go. This is how you would set it up. You're using this inequality. So you would say negative 3 times x. Well, what is x? Negative 2. Now, what's the next part? No, I need y'all to help me set it up. Plus, what's next? 2 times y. What's y? greater than or equal to 16. And all you're going to do is solve that and say, yes, it's true, or no, it's false. What's negative 3 times negative 2? 6 plus what's 2 times 8? Is greater than or equal to 16. Is this going to be greater than or equal to 16? It's going to be greater than. 16 plus 6 is definitely greater than. So this is true. So since it's true, my answer is yes, this ordered pair would be a solution of this inequality. Make sure you know how to set these up. So what would the next one, how would I set it up? Negative 3 times x. What's x? Okay, what's next in the inequality? Plus 2 times, has to be greater than or equal to? All right, and I just see if it's true or false. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3, plus 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, greater than or equal to 16. 3 plus negative 2 is 1. Is 1 greater than or equal to 16? This is false, so the answer is no. Do y'all understand how to set these up? All right, the next one, I plug it in. Is negative 3 times negative 2 plus 2 times 10 greater than or equal to 16? That's 6 plus 20. Is it greater than or equal to 16? Yes or no? This is true, so the answer is yes. The last one. Negative 3 times 9 plus 2 times negative 5 greater than or equal to 16. That's negative 27 plus negative 10 greater than or equal to 16. That is negative 37 is greater than or equal to 16. True or false? False. So the answer is no. All right, so your only job is to make sure your graphs are done, right? And make sure you study this. Bring it tomorrow. You might get to use it on your test.